Jordan, good to see you. Today we are talking through 5 paths to a Roth IRA for high income earners. Roth IRAs are such a great way to create wealth. They offer tax-free withdrawals and tax-free growth, and the money can grow tax-free indefinitely because Roths don't have required minimum distributions. But of course, there is a catch. Please explain the income and contribution limits.
Yeah, the good news is you're making a lot of money. The bad
Mhm.
news is you're making a lot of money, right? And for every tax law, there's a loophole. So for individuals, they can contribute $7,000 or $8,000 to an IRA or Roth IRA, but if they hit certain income thresholds, they no longer are qualified to do so. So
Mhm.
they have to maybe use a different option, which that might be 401ks, where they can contribute a higher, maybe 20 some $1,000s into a 401k, but they have to have an employer that actually has a 401k that they can offer. So there's
Right.
lots of different things that you have to look in the tax laws, or maybe you already have an IRA and maybe you can't contribute a lot more to it, but you can convert portions of that to a Roth to get more and more money in those tax-free accounts.
Yeah, let's get into those details because, of course, this video is for two camps of people. Those who want to goose those numbers because you're only allowed to contribute $7,000 a year to a Roth, and those who are income restricted. So, as
Yeah.
you mentioned, the first option is a Roth 401k because this has no income limit.
Correct. And employers will give you usually a company match. It doesn't matter if you're making a lot of money. If your employer has a 401k option, I would highly recommend allocating as much as you can to the 401k Roth because tax rates are historically at lows. And probably for most of us watching this, you're going to continue to make more and more money and grow. And I'd rather pay taxes while they're on sale. So take advantage of the 401k Roth. Dollar cost average, maximize the most you can in that provision if your company has it.
Mhm. And the next strategy is a Roth conversion.
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, you might say, hey, I want to get more money to a Roth, but I max out all my contribution. Well, if you have any money that's traditional IRA, what you can do is you can convert that to a Roth. Now, be mindful when you do the conversion, that year you'll pay the taxes on that, which will raise your income to a higher level. So you got to be strategic and smart when you do that. But you can convert as much as you want from that IRA to a Roth if it makes sense within your overall plan.
Mhm. The next strategy is known as a backdoor Roth.
Yeah, so for some, the tax laws are complex and they have loopholes. So this is a legal strategy where you can make a non-deductible contribution to your Roth or to your traditional IRA, I should say. Then I like to wait at least a month so I get a statement, so I have a checks and balances, and then you have a statement, and then you convert that to a Roth IRA. So you actually still backdoor into a Roth, which is legal, but the first step is a non-deductible contribution to a traditional IRA, and then you convert that to a Roth IRA because it's a non-deductible
Mhm.
contribution. You actually don't pay taxes when you do that Roth conversion to
Mhm.
that Roth.
Mhm. And the next strategy is known as a Mega-Backdoor Roth IRA, but this strategy can be very complex and you really should consult a professional.
And I'll say your employer has to allow that within the plan.
Yeah.
So that can eliminate a lot of people even watching this. But if your employer allows this, you are able to maybe make non-deductible 401k contributions or get company stock options where you can convert all those over time to a Roth IRA, which we call a mega, which those thresholds are a lot higher than the traditional 401k or IRA limits. Every plan is unique and different. But if you do decide to do that, you need to work with a professional to iron out all the details and make sure you do it right the first time.
Mhm. And then the last strategy is cash value life insurance. Explain how this works.
Yeah, when you hear the word life insurance, probably people are like, that only benefits my beneficiaries if I die. But we actually strategically use the structure of life insurance for the tax advantages. So again, I'm going to tailor this because we're looking at more high income earners. Some of the policies we have out there, you can put in as much as you want. So there's no limitation. That money is going to grow with the market volatility. So you can make 20, 30, 40% a year if the market cooperates, but the money's still 100% liquid. So you could take that money out at any point in time. Oh, and by the way, you have a death benefit. And by the way, if you take the money out, you are able to take it out tax free because it would come out in the form of a loan that you actually never have to pay back. So there's a lot more complexities to that. but it's going to grow tax deferred. You can take out income tax free. It can grow with the market, and there's no limitations to how much you put in. We have some clients that put in hundreds of thousands of dollars a year into this, which obviously we know they couldn't do with a Roth 401k or IRA.
That's why it's known as the rich person's Roth. Have you heard that before?
I have heard that. And
Yeah.
again, it doesn't apply for everyone, but
Right.
man, the tax strategies inside Section 7702, which is life insurance in our tax code, are phenomenal. And we need to take advantage of it if you are making that kind of income.
Well, Jordan, clearly there are some good options. So if somebody wants to goose their contributions, or if they're income restricted and want to talk through their other options, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, we can have a conversation, see what's going on in your life, see how we can strategize a plan around that, your goals and your concerns. Calling our main number is the first step, 847-499-3454. Hopefully we can help you pay less of the IRS and put more in your pocket.
I love it. All right, stand by everybody for a QR code too. Jordan, good to see you.
Thanks, Aaron.